Yes, I survived my travels to Orlando. Welcome everyone to HorrorBuzz Live, where we're going to bring you the latest news and information and happenings and things to do in the horror world. And tonight we have a very intimate show. We have myself and we have Lindsay. I mean,
Yay!
when you have Lindsay, what else do you need, really?
Ah,
Um, so this is how tonight's show is gonna go. We are going to talk to you about everything that there is to do in the SoCal area and perhaps even beyond. And then I'm going to give you a quick rundown of Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando that opened September 2nd, last Friday. Um, and it was something else, and it was damn good, damn good. But before I let Lindsay take the floor, um, I have to tell you guys to please like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, and yes, we are always looking for people to join the team to write about books, movies, haunts. We're getting into haunt season now. So what we're there. So yeah. So if you are interested in joining the team, reach out, info at HorrorBuzz, or find the form online to join the team. So, Lindsay, darling, how are you?
I am fabulous. I actually don't know if you can see
Yeah, I
it.
can see
There it
you.
is. Right, that lit up. That right there is a pumpkin carving candle, and I am. It's been burning for hours, and I am just bathing.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
My spirits have
Well,
been lifted.
oh my God. So, yeah, so I'm going to be lighting mine a little bit later. But
Yeah.
what can you tell us about what's going on? Oh, also shout out to Mr. He, because the future is feminine, and de toi. So hi, you guys. And Lindsay, take it away.
Okay, well, pretty much from now on, from now until the end of haunt season, we are going to take a ceremonious deep breath before we go into this, because otherwise I'll get too excited and I'll talk too fast. So
Okay,
we have
wait. Go ahead.
cleansing breath. Okay, I will walk at a normal speed, I promise. Try anyway. So for our movies, we've got a bunch of different stuff coming out. There's a couple things that have come out today. So Curse of the Kraken. This is follows a cargo ship and its crew, and they find themselves under attack of a giant mutated kraken, as if the kraken itself wasn't already a mutation, and it's turning inhabitants of the vessel into these grotesque sea creatures, a la Pirates of the Caribbean, and the crew has to find a way to stop the beast and save the crew before it's too late. And that came out earlier in June, I believe, or July, and it's now on DVD. So if you want to bring that home and own it forever, you can starting today. And we also have Tiny Cinema. This is coming to video on demand platforms today, and it follows a stranger that tells the twisted tale of these unconnected strangers who might actually be connected in some way, and their lives change in this very bizarre series of events. Each person has to battle some incredible challenges. It's very mysterious. The description is very mysterious, but it follows a lot of people all at once in this multiverse, and they're all seeking answers for the same kinds of questions. So if you're interested in kind of multiverse, kind of an anthology situation, check out Tiny Cinema on video on demand streaming platforms. We also have Saloon. I hope I'm saying that right. This is coming to Shutter tomorrow. Oh, excuse me, not tomorrow. Thursday, September 8th. And it takes place in the early 2000s, and it follows some mercenaries that are sent to rescue a drug lord out of Guinea Bissau, and they're forced to hide for fear of being found in this region called Saloum, Senegal. And while in hiding, they find some mysterious, not so friendly things. So if you're interested in Saloon, that's coming to Shutter on Thursday. And on Friday, we have a film called Barbarian. This is coming to theaters, and Barbarian follows a woman who's traveling to Detroit for her job interview, and she books a rental, like an Airbnb type of situation. And when she arrives, she discovers that the house is already double booked, and that there's this kind of strange guy already staying there. But she decides, I got to stay here. Where else am I going to go? I already booked it. She decides to spend the evening there. And she discovers that maybe she should have just booked another Airbnb because this unexpected house guest is not such a nice guy. So if you're interested in Barbarian, that's coming to theaters this Friday. Okay, events. Little bit cleansing breath. I'll start off with one that I'm very excited about, and you guys should all be excited about too. We've got HorrorBuzz's Horror Movie Night, and we're doing Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I know that's a divisive movie. Some people love it, and some people think it is lame. I think that you guys should all give it a chance if you've never seen it. And if you're like on the fence about it anyway, every movie is always better at a HorrorBuzz Horror Movie Night. Why? And it's for a lot of different reasons. We do the pre-show, which honestly, not being dramatic, the pre-show is worth the price of admission. It's that good. That starts at 7:30 and the movie starts at 8. But it's not just a pre-show and a movie. We get specialty drinks, we give out prizes, there's free dum-dums, and it's probably the best time you'll ever have in your life ever. So if you're interested in that, that's going to be in October. Now, I know that's a little far away, but we're telling you guys about this now because it will sell out, because our last event, Alien, did sell out. And that is going to be on October 28th, I believe. Did I have that right, Norm? Is that 28th?
Yep, that's the 28th.
The day, 28th. Put it on your calendars now. Get your tickets. They're $15, and you can get them at freetocinema.org. Do not sleep on it. You will not regret it. And also coming in September and October, I've mentioned this a couple times, and I'll keep mentioning it because there's a couple applications left for vendors. So if you're a vendor, then I'm speaking pretty much directly to you. And if you're just a guest, then just take in the information. But Carnival, put on by Spooksy Boo Events, happens every weekend in October and then September 30th. And this is going on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 4 to 9 Fridays, 1 to 9 on Saturdays and Sundays. And it's at the Garden Walk, which is right by Disneyland. And it's got all kinds of food, vendors, photo ops, music, family entertainment. Pumpkin Patch is going to be there. You can buy some goodie bags if you want to get some trick or treats a little early. And you can go to spooksybooevents.com to register yourself. So the tickets are free, but you do need to register yourself because of capacity limitations, COVID, and all that. It's a very small venue. And so the applications are available on their website at Spooksy Boo, SPOOKSIE, booevents.com. Sugarmint Gallery, we all know that when I mentioned them 2 weeks ago, they were having their opening ceremony on the 3rd of September, and they did, and it was well received. And so now they are full blown into their Haddonfield celebration. So their art gallery is currently running the exposition Welcome to Haddonfield. This is something they do every year as an homage to Halloween and its entire franchise. And during their run of Welcome to Haddonfield, they run different Halloween films. So this Friday and Saturday, September 9th and 10th from 8 to 10 p.m., they're going to be running Halloween, the original 1978 film. So you'll get access to the gallery, the entire exposition, and then you'll get access to the film, which takes place from 8 to 10 p.m. And the Welcome to Haddonfield exhibit features all different art featuring Michael Myers and the rest of the Haddonfield crew. There's behind-the-scenes photos, specifically focusing on Halloween and Halloween 2. So if you're a big fan of those movies, this is definitely something for you. And the exhibit runs from now until October 31st. So there are going to be plenty of opportunities to enjoy that event. So I know last week or 2 weeks ago when I talked about Larry Bones, and he was putting together a mysterious event called the Dark Side of Oz. Well, he's begun casting for it. And he is very feverishly looking for his protagonist in this story, The Dark World of Oz, Ozzie Diggs. So he is casting a female playable age 18 to 25 years old. If this is you and you are interested, then you can email your acting reel to Larry at boneyardfx, just the letter fx.com. And if you're not familiar with Larry Bones or Boneyard's Effects, it's a full service makeup studio. They do all sorts of different things for Hollywood and they sell all their stuff. It's really phenomenal things. And if you're interested in keeping up with the development of the Dark Side of Oz, or you just are interested in special effects makeup and you want to see some top notch stuff, then you can follow Larry Bones at his Instagram at Larry_Bones_official. And of course, if Saturdays are for the boys, then it seems like every other day of the week is for Zombie Joes because they are just doing stuff nonstop. This weekend is the last weekend to catch their horror comedy play, Attack of the Rotting Corpses. And this is funny meets scary in this Hollywood condo complex. There is a water poisoning situation for the residents at 50 Peachtree, and they turn into flesh-eating corpses. So I mentioned that's this weekend, and you can catch it either on Friday or Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Tickets are available at zombiejoes.com. Now,
Lindsay,
I know you saw it. Did you enjoy Attack of the Rotting Corpses?
it was so funny. It was so good. And here's the thing, Zombie Joe wrote this himself. So it's this tiny little insane horror farce with these two doormen down in the lobby as things completely get out of hand, and people drink some bad water, and the residents of this building start turning into zombies, and then of course the dogs do too, and they're foofy little pets, and it's insane. And the other thing is that Denise Devon, actually, this is her first time directing this, because they bring it back every so often because it's just a damn good time. But this time Denise Devon, ZJU vet and Zombies partner, she takes a whack at directing, and she pulls out some of the funniest comedic moments. It's quintessential Zombie Joe's underground theater silliness, and I couldn't recommend it enough.
Well, if that's not a resounding review, I don't know what is. So even if you've seen Attack of the Rotting Corpses before, you've not seen this iteration. So you better get out and check it out because Zombie Joe's does nothing but put out good stuff. And along with Zombie Joe's, they're also doing their Killer Clowns from Outer Space cosplay dance party. I know I've mentioned this a bunch of times. Keep mentioning it because it's going to be Saturday and Sunday, the 17th and 18th of September at 8:30 p.m. It's $20 in advance and $25 at the door. It's going to be a complete clown mad party. There's going to be all sorts of contests and prizes for air guitar, air drums, cosplay costume, killer clown tattoo, you name it, it's going to be there. John Massari is going to be there doing a horror synthwave metal DJ set, which sounds like absolute chaos, wonderful chaos. So if that interests you, that's also available at Zombie Joe's website at zombiejoes.com. Not this weekend, but actually, no, this is this weekend. Gosh, we are already into almost mid-September. Creep It Real OC is this weekend, September 10th and 11th, on the 10th from 1 to 7 p.m. and the 11th from 11 to 5 p.m. And this is taking place at the Heritage Museum of Orange County. It's all ages, even pets are welcome, and they have free street parking, which is pretty awesome. You can purchase tickets at creepitrealoc.com. They're featuring all kinds of vendors. There's going to be a bunch of historical hearses on display, themed photo ops, bands. You can even experience a ghost tour through the Very Important Creep package available for purchase on the website. We've got food trucks, giveaways, haunt experiences, so much more at that event. It's $20 for a weekend pass, $12 for Saturday or Sunday general admission. And the Very Important Creep ticket is $45. That includes admission, haunted tour of the Heritage Museum, and a shirt. So if you are interested in that, head to creepitrealoc.com. I also want to take a moment and mention the Halloween Club Spook Show. So if you grew up in the SoCal area, I'm sure you're familiar with Halloween Club. They have been around forever, and they are doing their annual Spook show. This is the ninth annual Spook show, I believe, and it's going to be taking place on Saturday, September 17th from 12 to 7 p.m. They are currently going to be doing this outside in ordinance with local COVID guidelines and all that. But basically what it is, if you're not familiar with the Spook show, it's just a gathering of small business owners and fellow enthusiasts to share all of their macabre spooky goodies, and you can support your local small businesses and have an opportunity to purchase some unique events. And of course they'll have things like photo ops and things like that to make the event extra special. So it's a great get together for the Halloween community, and we are seeing all sorts of these types of events pop up. So this is just one of many. And again, that's September 17th from 12 to 7 p.m. I could keep going, but I got to stop because I need to know how Halloween Horror Nights was. I mean, I'm anxious. I want to hear it straight from Spooky Horse's mouth. So
Okay, well, first off, Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights, it is its own beast. It is easily one of the best Halloween and haunt theme park events, just bar none. And the reason why is because of the epic scope that they put on. This show is gigantic. There's thousands and thousands of people every single night funneling through 2 live shows, 5 scare zones, and 10 different haunted houses. Okay? And it just all happens. And it's amazing, and it's something else. Oh, I forgot to. There's the arches
oh,
right there. This year there was, as I mentioned, 2 live shows, 5 scare zones, 10 haunted houses, and this year we actually shared our thoughts on everything, but then we also shared what we thought might be best if you were, say, limited on time or budget. And because this is an expensive event, but it's definitely worth what they're charging, but it's spendy. So first of all, skip general admission. That's just don't bother with general admission. Um, and look at some of the packages, like frequent fear pass, or if you're a local or if you've got more time to be able to pop in and bounce around. Also, there's the express passes, the express pass options. If you're going on a busier night, that's simply a must. But I'm putting the cart before the horse. So let's get into why you should be going. Okay, so okay, 10 as I said, 10 haunted houses, and a number of them are original ideas, like original concepts. Some are based on known intellectual properties like Halloween or The Weekend, but um, then there are others, and Universal Orlando is in a class like of its own. They've over the past 31 years, and they've been doing this 31 years. So over the past 31 years, they have been given the freedom to develop their own ideas, to develop their own concepts, and the writing is so deep and so layered, and the sets are so good, and the scares are so fun that it's just there's what there's nothing else like it. So okay, so first off, I'm going to start off by telling you what some of the do not miss haunted houses are. And I'll tell you that there's only one of them that is a known IP. So
oh,
if everybody knows me, they kind of already know what that one is. Okay, so let's first start off with Bugs Eaten Alive. This picture going to the house of the future, okay? And you're going through for like a World's Fair type demonstration, and part of the automation of the home is that it has in the ventilation system an insecticide, a pesticide to keep all the pests away. But something goes horribly wrong, and that pesticide kind of doesn't work and actually makes the bugs gigantic. So you enter this demonstration and oh, everything's fine. Oh no, the ventilation system goes crazy. And then the bugs start coming out
Oh,
and they're everywhere and they're around every corner and the walls are practically crawling and there are huge set pieces. There are scientists being attacked and bugs laying eggs in them and you're just like but it was beautiful, it was fun, and that was easily the first haunted house that I just completely was like it was hilarious, it was dark, it was cynical, and um, it's easily one of the things you should not miss because it was a great idea from beginning, middle to end.
it almost
So
looks like just from the couple pictures that you showed, just the level of detail, you'd have to go through there 4 or 5 times to even really start to
no
get
question,
everything, you know?
absolutely no question. There's yeah, no question at all. Um, Alan is saying 1950s kitsch. Oh no, wait, that's his love it comment. 1950s kitsch. Of course, exactly it. Um, and Ethan is saying you would think that where the Hollywood, where the original monsters were born, would have to be the best. Well, it's really interesting how these two things developed, and uh, you know, before Not Scary Farm was the only haunt game here in Southern California. However, in Universal Orlando, there was nothing aside from maybe Hollow Scream at Busch Gardens, Tampa, which was an hour and a half away in good traffic. So Universal Orlando decided to chart their own course with a Halloween event, and it has become something amazing. So yeah. Leaky Tiki Bar is saying that people with big phobias will not go through it. It was so good. I just loved it. I just loved it. Okay, so the next haunted house that I need to talk about is Spirits of the Coven. Okay, now picture it, 1920s prohibition,
Thank
and
you for the Golden Girls reference.
yes. So the situation is we're all being invited to a speakeasy. Okay, and of course, back in the day during the prohibition, they had to make their booze from scratch and they had to make it in bathtubs or distilleries that they were hiding and booze was not something you could get, but if you went to a speakeasy you could get it. So here we're trapped where it's completely dry, kill me now, and we get to go into this particular speakeasy. Well, it turns out that this particular um, retreat is run by witches. And it turns out that they're harvesting people to make the booze. So look at the detail of this set. And then you
Beautiful.
walk in there, and of course, the witches are striking and jumping out at you. And then you find out there's a ritual at the end, and they're trying to get your blood to make the booze in order to have the ritual. So, you know, again, historically accurate, accurate, historically linear. Let's
Sure.
call it that. With some fantasy and horror elements that work so well. And this this house was crawling. No reference to the one before, but it was just teeming with detail and accuracy, and it was unbelievable. It was beautiful. So that's another one that you should definitely see. So, okay, the only must do that I'm going to mention tonight that is an intellectual property is Halloween.
Mhm.
So, okay, so my favorite horror film. So I'm biased, and I showed up in my button up, Halloween print shirt that my niece got me, and I was just like, ah. Okay, so I was psyched. Okay. So the first time through, I didn't get many pictures.
Oh my gosh, really? They got you.
Well, not only did it get me, but I felt like I was there getting chased by Michael Myers, and it was going down, and you had to just like you had to run, basically. Um, I mean, like they captured this particular house, this particular treatment at in Orlando. They focused on Michael's big moments and Michael. It wasn't about Laurie Strode. It wasn't about Lindsay. It wasn't about anybody, but it was just about Michael. You walk in, and immediately we start with his killing spree where he kills his sister, and he's up in your face, and it's like, wow. Then you jump into the future where they even did the scene. Okay, they even did the scene where the patients are outdoors in the rain at the asylum. They did that scene.
Wow.
It was like utterly terrifying. And Dr. Loomis only showed up one time physically.
Mhm.
So it wasn't about Loomis, it wasn't about Laurie, it was about Michael. And they, you could hear voiceovers of Loomis here and there. But that it was just straight up Michael and his biggest hits. And then of course at the end, oh,
Lovely.
Leaky Tiki Leaky Tiki Bar says that it was more Michael Myers per square foot than any other version of
That's
Halloween at
great.
the event. I mean, not untrue. But yeah, it was just simply just wow, you know. So I actually had to go through a second time to get pictures for you guys. But yeah, and I came out a little bit verklempt. I mean, it's me. So the last one that I am going to mention to you is, I think, probably one of the only tens I've ever given out as far as a haunted house. And that
Ooh.
would and that's next to that's next to Origins at Knott's. Um, but this one here at Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights is Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake. Look at that set.
Beautiful. Wow.
There, you entered a sleepy fishing village that is just cursed by some strange. That was a lightning strike that was lucky, so you could see detail. But anyway, so there's something going down at this fishing village, and there's a curse afoot, and so the undead are coming back to life to drag the living back to their watery grave. There's a giant set piece. Well, there's multiple, but the sets were so layered and the paths so convoluted that it made everything seem, you know, huge. And above it all, above this tangle of set pieces and paths, was this lighthouse that just kept spinning. And every so often, you'd look up and you'd see this beam of light going around. And there were rain scenes where you felt rain on your face. There were um, obviously tiny little LED or blacklight LED strobes that kind of like flashed on particular actors with special makeup that gave them kind of like an ethereal glow with a skeletal, effect. And then there was as you saw in the picture, somebody playing a violin on the tip of a crash, you know, crash landed ship. It was just, it was amazing. Let's see here. We've got some more comments here. Yes, Alan. Yes. Whoa, indeed. And let's see here. Leaky Tiki. It was a real fishing village that you wandered through until your death. Totally true. Without question. And I've, you know, it's not that I've been every year to Orlando, but I've been many times. And without question, Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake is the most beautiful maze house I've ever been to at Universal Orlando. Done. So, you know, if you're there, you need to see that. That's the one. And then after that, go do the bugs, go do Halloween, and there you go. And a bit about the weekend. So I didn't get it. I just didn't get it. You know, the Bright Light song is good. Okay. And that's fine. But I simply did not connect with it. It felt like walking through a sparsely decorated music video with somebody in a red sequin jacket jumping out at you every so often with either torn up face or perhaps a monster face, or you know, I don't know. I don't know the lore, I don't know the music. But I would suggest that you, if you're interested in enjoying that particular house, um, get to know the weekend. Otherwise, you will be lost. Lost. So I found it visually striking, but inert. So there. Also, Leaky Tiki Bar is saying that Universal Monsters is worth the wait too. Definitely worth the wait. That was borderline must do for me, but it was beautiful. So there. Now we have a little bit extra to share with you. There was, oh, and speaking of Leaky Tiki, I do have to give a shout out to OG HorrorBuzz staff, Ken and Lisa, who allowed me to stay at their place when I went out there to go visit in Orlando. And there's Ken and I checking in for the press event, and then a weird friend that we met back there. She was amazing. So Ken and Lisa, thank you so much. That I need to come back immediately, but the horse brutality was, you know, amazing. Also, Renee and Brett say thank you. You're welcome. I don't know why, but there you go. So there's my very quick rundown of Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights, and a note about the 7-second reviews. I can't do those without Jeff, and Jeff was not there. So we will have those for you this coming Thursday night when we cover Hollywood's Halloween Horror Nights. So rest assured, they're coming. They're coming. So there you go. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen?
I feel so overwhelmed, and I just love seeing the detail that, I mean, Universal, they're just incredible. Like, I'm one of those people, you go in the mazes and you're like, look at that paint job, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so it just to see this like beautiful, it literally is art. It's like moving, living art. And it's
Hmm.
kind of even cooler that it's temporary, you know, because they take it down and then they just do it all over again. I don't know. There's something so poetic about it. And
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? They destroyed the sets because it costs more money to store them than uh, keep them around for the rest of the year.
mhm.
But I mean, I'm sure there are some things they keep. But yeah, good stuff. Great stuff. And thank you, Universal Orlando, for having us out. Thank you, Ken and Lisa, for housing me and taking me to the adventure bar in your home. They have their house is amazing. Anyway, so okay. So that's that. And before I go, make sure that you pick up your tickets. Seriously, the tickets are going to be going. We have tickets on sale for this year's Passport to Fear events. Did you know this? Yup. Passport to Fear events for Bones Gulch. Okay. This is an all new a haunt that's opening in Castaic. Then we have The Summoning, which is the Terror Vault show that is happening up in San Francisco. Then, of course, the next day we have Castle Dark. All these tickets are on sale now, and we even have a few more, and we're going to be sending more information out to you. But the fact is that this is what we have this year. We're going to be taking you up into the scares, behind the scenes, and being able to talk and meet with everybody involved. So go to the shop button on HorrorBuzz.com when it comes back up. Yes, I know the site's down. They are apparently working on it. So we'll see what happens. There's a server error. The point is, go to shop at the HorrorBuzz site, and you'll be able to see all the tickets and be able to grab them now, because they're going to be going very soon. And there you go.
It's too much. There's too much goodness.
See, and I didn't even take a breath. Maybe that's why I feel faint. So anyway, yeah, so there you go. Oh, Nightmare Fuel. That's right. Nightmare Fuel was a great show. Leaky Tiki, well, that's basically Ken and Lisa, but they Nightmare Fuel was the stage show, one of the stage shows at Universal Orlando, and it was stunning. It was absolutely stunning. Brandy, yes, I'm coming down to Howl-O-Scream. Yes, I am. So there you go, down in San Diego. So we'll have to meet up. And with that, we have gone way over on time. Yes, Howl-O-Scream at San Diego, SeaWorld San Diego. Huh?
There's way too much. We had to.
Dang it, I know. But I know. Yes. So okay, guys, listen. Whoo! We have a lot going on, and yeah. It's just I'm a little punchy right now. So listen, keep an eye out for the 7-second reviews that are going to be popping up on Thursday. And thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and everything. Lisa, yes, it has begun. And Brandy, I will see you and the fam there down at SeaWorld San Diego's Howl-O-Scream. And get those hands ready, Lindsay. And we'll see you in the fog.